Meteorologist Mark Molnar with a full edition of Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into the weather forecast. Starting off with precipitation totals across the country. Your attention is drawn out west here, the west coast, particularly the Pacific Northwest, especially west of Portland and Seattle. That's where you'll be getting a lion's share of the precipitation, extending onwards of the 1 to as much as 10 inches in some locations, averaging about to a 3 to 4 inch range, about a quarter to half an inch inland. And take a look at the east here, pretty much becoming void of most precipitation until about Sunday night and Monday as the system approaches, but even then it will be a little bit on the lighter side to moderate side. It won't be tremendously heavy. Most of the heaviest is up here in Ontario and Quebec, where we'll see some heavy snows. Let's get right into the pattern. You see, we finally get some troughiness out west here that unfortunately is going to increase the mudslide threat. In back east here, we're finally going to continue to try to thaw things out here after single-digit highs and lows well below zero. Many days now. Let's get right into that all-important forecast for your snowfall totals across the Northeast. We really don't have much to write home about here, mainly looking at maybe some just around and north of the Tug Hill Plateau off of the Lake Ontario region, but that will be pretty much dissipating and fading off into a distant memory this weekend as warmer temperatures as we get on the backside of high pressure. Here across northern and central Ontario and Quebec, we'll see heavier snows, especially Ottawa on northward. Let's get right into the ice totals. We're not really looking at any ice as well. Getting on into your forecast, TGIF, look at this. Friday looking very nice across the Northeast, breaking out pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine, except some clouds and some snow showers north of Syracuse, right around the Watertown area. You might pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 inches, but that will be shutting off as we get some southwesterly winds developing here on the backside of high pressure, and most areas getting well up into the 30s, maybe even some 40s from the I-80 corridor southward here in Pennsylvania. Starting off with your weekend into Saturday, you notice a large disparity of temperatures here from Pittsburgh getting well up into the near 50s range to all the way up here in Maine and New Hampshire, where we're stuck into the upper 20s, low 30s. But nevertheless, we will be on the increase of temperatures here. Most areas averaging into the lower to mid 30s, even some upper 30s. Average highs here. Temperatures looking nice and sunshine breaking out into your Sunday. We do see some increasing cloudiness. A warm front will be approaching from the west, so maybe a late day shower from places like Rochester, Buffalo, Erie, Pennsylvania, maybe even as far east as Bradford and Jamestown. But most of it will be on the light side. Temperatures getting well up into the 40s and 50s here in western Pennsylvania, western New York. But we're being held down here in New England by that high pressure moving to the east and into your, look at this, Monday. Warm front and that extended system moving in from the Midwest. We finally get some moderate to heavy rain breaking out here, especially from eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania. And look at this wintry mix developing from the capital district of New York State on northeastward towards Burlington, Vermont, and getting into places like Concord, New Hampshire. We'll start the day with snow, mixed to sleet and freezing rain, and eventually we'll scour this out to plain rain as warm air will ultimately win out with this system as temperatures rise well up into the 50s in many locations in Pennsylvania and extending on into portions of New York State. So that pretty much does it. Take a look at my 5-day outlook from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and northeast Pennsylvania. Look at this, extending from your Friday. Sunny. We're finally getting some sunny skies here. Look at this, cracking 40 by Saturday into your Sunday, maybe near 50. Maybe some late day clouds here Sunday, so Saturday will be your sunnier day. But look at this, Monday into Tuesday. Monday will be the stormier day. Rain showers moving in with temperatures getting well up into the 40s, near 50. So we'll look for a quarter to half an inch of rain. Watch for maybe an ice jam threat here as some of the chunks of ice start to barricade themselves along areas where the waterways are a little bit more narrow. So that'll pretty much do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern. No major storms are expected across our forecast viewing area. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark Comments, Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark. Don't forget to visit my website at MeteoMark.com and WeatherNortheastern.com. That'll do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.